Hope you all are having a fantastic day as always. Doing a little video in my garage. Let me just do the selfie mode here. Doing a little video in the garage. I'm bundled up. It's like 2 in the morning. I went to sleep early, so I woke up and I was just awake. And I figured I might as well get into the garage and do something that I've been meaning to do, which is part of a tune-up on this yellow Honda VTX1300C. This is a 2008 Honda, and the bike is freaking awesome. Let me just go on this other view. Turn the camera around here for you guys. Yeah, the bike is totally sweet. It's got an amazing Vance and Hines exhaust. Sounds so menacing. Like all the neighbors hear the bike when whenever the bike's on, let alone when I crank the throttle. But anyways, this bike, I did a few things. I cleaned out the air filter. It has a K&N air filter in there. Wow, you can see my reflection. Look how good the reflection is on this bike. Can you straight up use it as a mirror? But yeah, I just cleaned out the spark plugs on the left side of the bike here. I took these covers off and I took the spark plugs out and I pretty much cleaned them out. So in this video, I'm just gonna show you guys how that's done on this side. I'm gonna pretty much do this side that has the air filter on it. So basically what you need to do is pull on this and this section of these covers. So basically there's like a plastic pointy thing, and behind there is a rubber grommet, and that's basically what's holding it. Kind of looks like this actually. And so I'm gonna do that now and show you guys what the spark plugs look like, and with me cleaning them, what they look like. So let me turn the camera around. And I'm pretty much just gonna record myself doing this. So I got I'll show you guys what I'm gonna be using here. So I'm gonna use this to take the spark plugs out, to unscrew them. A rag, some WD-40, and a steel brush. That's what I'm gonna use to clean the actual spark plug with. So I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'll put the camera here so you guys can see what I'm doing. Man, I already knew it was gonna be chilly in the garage, so I said what the heck with it. So just went into my garage with my full winter coat and hat. So you know what's given. But basically I'm gonna show you guys how I'm gonna take these off. Just adjusting the camera so you guys get a good angle. There are my other bikes, by the way. My Yamaha FZ07, and then my 2 Honda Grounds, which I absolutely love. Man, I love those little bikes. They're so fun to ride, and like they never get boring to me. But anyways, I'm gonna go ahead and take this cover off. I took the rear one off in the beginning on the other side. And then you can feel it when it pops out of the grommet. So this side's a little tighter because it's got the air cleaner on this side. So I gotta be a little more careful. Just yank the bottom. So like I said, there's three things in there, 3 pointy plastic things, and they go inside these rubber grommets there. I actually pulled this one out a little bit. There, that'll be fine. But yeah, so we're gonna set the cover down. Let me just see what I'm looking at in the camera here. So yeah, we got this wire and this boot, and you're supposed to pull on the boot. Don't pull on the wire. So just pull on the boot. You might need strong fingers for this part, but just wiggle it out of there, and it's out. I pulled pretty hard for that. Not to brag about my strength or anything, but I got my socket and wrench. This is the spark plug socket, 5/8. Just gonna put it in there and get that spark plug out. There we go, now we cut onto it. Very important that I don't scratch anything, because this bike is absolutely amazing, especially for a 2008. Man, this bike looks good for 2008. Looks like they didn't go out in the rain or store it outside much. One thing I love on a bike is when it has a really nice exhaust, and this Vance and Hines exhaust, man, it just sounds absolutely amazing. Before this bike, I had a 2011 Yamaha Striker, and that was an amazing bike, but somebody made me a cash offer I couldn't refuse, so I kind of just took it. But that bike, it had a stock exhaust on it, and it doesn't sound nearly as nice as this thing. Just hearing this thing, man, makes you recognize it as a beast. Oh, almost got the spark plug out. Let's see if it'll come out by hand. Oh, it's stuck in there just a little bit. There we go, we got it out now, and I'll show you guys what it's looking like. Oh hey, thanks for the thumbs up, whoever did that. So here's the spark plug. I'll show you guys up close what it looks like. Hard to focus with this, but it's a little dirty up top. Just gonna clean it up and see if the bike runs any better. I'm not gonna turn the bike on just like it's like 2:30 in the morning right now, but I'm gonna clean this up and see if tomorrow I'll see if I have any success with getting the bike to run any better. But yeah, you guys see that? And the spark plugs in it, by the way, are the gas prices. Yeah, Jake, gas prices are high AF, yeah. They're like $4.30 right now. Can't get this to focus, but it's the DC PR6E NGK. Thanks for watching, by the way. I always appreciate my viewers. So basically, I'm gonna spray this with a little WD-40, and then I'm gonna wipe it. I won't lie, a guy doing this on his VTX on YouTube, so I'm doing it now on mine. Because I was really considering buying new spark plugs, and I hadn't even looked at my spark plugs in the bike. So I figured I'd pop them out and make a video about it. Since that other side, the left side of the bike, went so smooth, I figured I might as well just do this on this side as well. I figured I'd make a video on it as well, I mean. So I got my steel brush, gonna brush it a little bit. Hopefully you guys see what I'm doing here. Hang on, let me do this with the camera. There we go. Camera. So basically go front and back a few times with it. This is a copper brush, by the way. And just with me wiping it with the rag and a little bit with the brush, you can already see that it's cleaner. It's already significantly cleaner, but I'm gonna do my whole procedure here. I don't know why, but I just absolutely love this Honda VTX. I think it's the rare color that it has and the combination with the Vance & Hines exhaust. It just like makes you love the bike. I haven't even ridden the bike really. Like I just rode it home and I did one ride apart from that. So basically I just did 2 rides with the bike. And the bike's not even running 100%. And I already love the bike. I'm totally in love with it. I considered buying all these things for it, like spark plugs. And I think I'm just gonna clean these spark plugs because honestly, they look pretty new. And I'm just gonna clean them real good. And I think that'll be good. See, this bike had a little bit too much oil. I don't know if you guys saw my previous live video, but I did a video on how to drain the oil. And I ran the bike in that video. And it wasn't running 100%. Like the bike ran, you know, but it wasn't 100%. So clean the spark plugs out, see if that changes things. Hopefully it does. I almost spent like 20 bucks on new plugs, but I'm glad I didn't because I can just clean these out. One thing you got to be careful of though is taking those spark plug covers off because I can already tell if you pull the wrong way or if you're not slow with it. Like you can definitely break one of those pointy things. But to show you guys in a minute what it's looking like now. Oh yeah, back to my previous bike, what I was talking about. I freaking love that Yamaha Striker that I had. It's a 13cc chopper looking motorcycle. And it had fuel injection. And that's like a great thing because I really hate carbureted bikes. The VTX, probably all the viewers who own a VTX know that it's a carbureted bike. And I just don't like to deal with the extra like maintenance and stuff. I mean, sure, it's reliable. It's a Honda, you know, can go. I know I saw a guy posted on one of these Facebook groups that he has over 100,000 miles on his VTX1300. And I want to have mine do that too. Mine has 21,000 miles at this point, I think, which is pretty low for a VTX, I think. just cleaning up a little bit with the rag. I'll show you guys what it's looking like. It looks pretty nice right now. I don't have one of those spark plug clearance coin looking things, but I'm gonna clean it up and it should run better. You know, it's common sense. Like if it's clean and, you know, looking right, it's probably gonna work a little better than if it's like fouled and dirty looking. So got the spark plug right there, looking pretty good. I'm not gonna say it looks brand new, but it looks pretty good. And gonna pop it back in here. I get a good angle for you guys. Good angle. There's the hole. With the words I'm using, it sounds like I'm like filming a you know what kind of video. Let me show you guys the hole and let me get the right angle. But gonna put the spark plug in here and just gonna screw it in there. Still, with the words I'm using, it just sounds real dirty. This whole thing. Yeah, this spark plug spins a lot before it actually starts to catch. Makes me think like it's not in the hole, but it is. Man, I can't wait for like tomorrow morning. Well, it already is in the morning, but when it's like 9 in the morning, so I can start this bad boy up just to see. Oh, now it's starting to catch some tension. Okay, that's tight enough. That's not gonna go anywhere. So I'm gonna put this boot back on, and you wanna put it in there so it clicks on, like in a way that you know that it's in there. Let me see here. There, you guys heard that click? That means we're good to go. All right, gonna put the cover back on. A lot of people like to clean their covers after doing this, and I do as well. But this is pretty clean actually, so I'm just gonna wipe it off a little bit. I do have some chrome polish over there. You can use steel wool on this, because these tend to form a little corrosion looking stuff. But let me get my polish from the other side. So I have this turtle wax chrome and metal polish, which is like at least 10 years old at this point, but I don't see how it can go bad. So I'm just gonna dab the rag on it, grab a little bit of it, and just rub it in on here, and see how it's a little pitty up top there. Just gonna polish it up a little bit, make it looking nice. Yeah, man, this bike with this yellow color, it just really like brightens up the garage. Not that I don't have a bright garage. I have these white walls and LED lights up top, but still, man, just having this bike in here just makes it feel that much more like a showroom, which is what I want. can see how this polish really makes it shiny. I wish I did have steel wool though. I would have used the steel wool first, but this will do for now. It's already shiny enough, man. This bike looks freaking awesome. You just step away 2 feet and it looks like a brand new bike, and it's a 2008. All right, gonna pop this back on there. Again, I got these 3 plastic prongs. They're gonna go into those grommets. So just back this up a little so you guys can see what I'm doing here. So this one's over here. How the heck? Okay, we're in position now, so should click in there. That one clicked in, that one clicked in, and then did the bottom one click in? Seems like it's in there. Alright, that'll do. Alright, on to the next one. By the way, this bike has a LED headlight in it too, and it just looks really mean. It has like a bluish white light when you turn it on, and with the sound it makes and the light, it's hard to believe I got this bike for that little amount of money. This seems kind of like something that should be $10,000, and I didn't even pay half that for this. Alright, I got 2 of them off and one of them's still hanging on there. Oh, there we go. That one did not come off that easily. This one up here was hanging on pretty strong, but hopefully it doesn't, it's not that difficult to put back on. So again, I got this boot here, and you want to just tug on the boot part, don't tug on the cable. So let me put a good angle on this. I don't know if you guys can see well, but I'm gonna yank this boot out. Oh, my finger. That hurt a little. So basically, looks like an easy access for this spark plug, and gonna just screw it out. This spark plug looks pretty easy to take out, but that cover, the shiny cover, that was pretty hard to get out. I could see how somebody could break that plastic prong trying to get the cover off. Before I bought this bike, I was kind of looking at a more expensive bike. It was a 2008, and it was yellow too. It was a 2008 Suzuki M109R, and I think the lady wanted $6,000 for it, which is not a bad price, but this one came along and I was like, why the heck not buy this bike? Alright, let's take a peek at this one. Looking a little fouled up, not that bad, but again, gonna clean it up and hopefully it'll make the bike run better. Clean it up. My dad fixes lawnmowers and stuff, so he always takes out spark plugs and cleans them. Like sometimes he does have to buy new ones, but most of the time he just cleans up the old one and they look new. And you don't really need a lot of WD-40, by the way. Just gotta let that sit for a second and eat up that corrosion in there. Yeah, this bike had too much oil for a little while there in the engine, so I think that contributes to fouling up the spark plugs. See, with just the WD-40, it looks a little cleaner, but not that much. So just gonna hit it with the steel brush, copper brush, I should say. Move this up a little so you guys can see what I'm doing. One thing I do want to change on this bike is the gear oil, because this bike is shaft driven, and I don't know if the oil has ever been changed on it. I'm pretty sure it might not have been, because who changes the rear diff oil, you know? So I'm actually thinking about keeping this bike for a while, so I'm gonna go ahead and change that. Video coming soon about that, but you guys can see what it's looking like now. Way cleaner than before, but I'm gonna clean it just a little more. I don't know why, by the way, I don't know why, but so many motorcycles that I buy, people always have the wrong amount of oil in it. Like my two Grounds that I have over there, both of them had significantly less oil than it should be in them. And then this yellow bike that I just bought, this VTX1300, it had significantly more oil than it should. So I don't know what the heck these people are thinking. Like, bring it to a shop if you don't know what the heck you're doing. because these bikes are way too nice to, you know, have stuff like that going on with them. I could start the bike up in my garage, but the bike is just so loud that, like, I feel like the neighbors are gonna hear and they're gonna be like, "What the hell are you doing?" You know, they're not gonna say that to me, but they might say it in their head, and I don't want to be a jerk to my neighbors. I think that'll do. Maybe not. Let me hit it one more time here. Sounds windy out. Alright. This spark plug's going back in. Oh, you live in Rochester? Nice. I'm in the Utica area. What are you doing up at this time? I was saying earlier in the beginning of my video, oh, let me clean that little screw hole. Screw hole's a little dirty. I went to sleep a little early and I was up in bed, just awake as heck, so I figured why not put my coat on and just do this little service that I've been meaning to do with the bike. That'll do. I see sometimes guys on online forums and online groups like Honda VTX groups. They upgrade to better bikes, like newer, bigger, and stronger bikes, but at the same time, like, you're gonna miss this VTX. Like, I saw a picture of a guy with his new Honda Goldwing, and yeah, that's, you know, probably a better bike, but I feel like these VTXs have that character, you know? Like, with this economy, I feel like they're not even worth selling. Like, they have more value sentimentally than what you can get for cash, you know? Just got off work at 1 eating some food before I have to be for my, can't wait to get my R3 for, oh, let me see that. Oh, thanks, Jason. I just saw that you said you like the videos. Yeah, definitely gonna keep it up. You're getting an R3, huh? Actually, my first bike was a Yamaha R6, and that thing, I was like blown away at how cool it is, but after a few years of riding, I realized that the R6 is not really like suitable for upstate New York. Let me switch the camera here to show you my bikes. But yeah, after a few years of riding, I kind of learned to like upright position bikes better, and I accept that, you know, the R6 looks cool, but it's not practical, man. I don't like super sport bikes, like, to ride them. Like, I know they're cool and they sound cool and all that, but they are not, how would I say, practical. But the R3, on the other hand, I think that's a cool bike. I've actually been thinking about, I saw one for sale, and it was a Yamaha MT-03, which I think uses the same engine, but it's the upright sitting position, and I really like that little bike. Even though I have a FZ07, which has way more power than an MT-03, they're still kind of like similarly styled. For some reason, when I screw this in a little tighter, the socket doesn't want to come out, but it'll come out with these pliers. Oh, let's see. Make sure not to smack this gas tank, I mean. All right, gonna pop this back on there, and bike should be ready to go. All right, that clicked in there. I think, let me just verify. There we go. I heard a click that time. And I can't resist but to clean this cover because they get a little dirty. So I'm just gonna hit it with some window cleaner and then use my chrome polish. Man, I wish it was daylight so I can start this bike up. I got a strong feeling it's gonna run nicer now, but I just don't want to wake the neighbors with this loud ass exhaust. Vance and Hines. Yeah, I was considering when I had my Yamaha Striker, I was considering buying a set of pipes for it, like $600, but I was like, why do I want to buy an exhaust when I can buy a bike that already has an exhaust? So I just sold the Striker and I bought this one, but you know, I'm always keeping an eye out, so if I find a better bike, I'll buy that too. But I'm pretty happy with this VTX though. Looks nice. I'm gonna get it running nice. I know that for a fact. But all right, let's put some of this chrome polish on there. Just sitting here and polishing this up, I'm thinking like, man, I really moved up a lot since 1 year ago. 1 year ago I was still living with my parents, and I didn't have a garage. Even the garage that my dad had, it was like full of his junk, and it wasn't like nicely lit like this. And this feels nice. Like, I really moved up since 1 year ago. It's kind of crazy, actually. Nobody in around here to tell me what the heck you doing in the garage this late, blah blah blah. But I still go to my parents every day though. No, doesn't matter if I work or whatever. Like, probably like 5 to 6 times a week I go to my parents just to make sure things are going good. Alright, got this cover looking decently nice. Gonna pop it back on. And like I said, it came off kind of hard, so hopefully it goes on nicely. It's got these 3 prongs just like the other covers and 3 grommets, so I gotta get it in there smoothly. So first I'm just gonna get it in position and then I'm gonna push it into those grommets. Wow, that snapped in place a lot easier than it came out. Came back in nice. Oops, knocked the heck over that socket. Yeah, good job, man. Just keep up, keep saving up and you'll get there. Oh. You should buy a Grom from me. I'll sell you the red one. I was going to work the other day and there was a blue Grom. It was raining and I was in my car, but the Grom was a slowpoke on the highway because the speed limit's 65 and I just flew by at like 72 and he was going like 55 and like there was a line behind them. It was funny, but I didn't hate because I absolutely love Groms. Groms are nice as heck. They're just not for the highway, point blank, period. But then I got this beast, which is like a Grom on steroids. It kind of looks like the shape of a Grom almost, but it's got like 15 times the power, feels like. But yeah, gonna clean this, pick these things up a little bit. By the way, look at my helmet. I mentioned it in a few of my other videos, but this helmet is absolutely amazing. It's a Nenki racing helmet. And I think this is a custom, you buy this visor separately, but it's just so cool. When it's a sunny day out, all you see is like a light blue tint to everything. It's like you're a, I don't know, alien or something. I'll just show you guys the dash here quick. Such a nice condition bike, man. Definitely not worth my time to sell it because it's like a perfect package and I'm like 99.99999% sure this bike's gonna run just fine after I clean those spark plugs. The bike runs like, before I clean the spark plugs, it ran okay-ish, but sometimes when you wanna rev it, it doesn't like rev instantly and it loses power at some points in the RPM, but I think that'll be sorted out and this bike will be good to go. Atlas 4.0, I never heard of that. Never heard of that. By the way, I also have a bicycle with an engine on it. It's a 80cc engine, so I guess that counts like a motorcycle. The top speed is like 20 miles per hour on it, but when you're on a bicycle, that feels super fast. My top video of all on my channel is a top speed test that I did with my Honda Gram, and that video is just doing phenomenal, like making me a lot of money with the views. So I don't know. It's kind of tricky if I do a top speed test with this or that over there. They both can do about, I think they can both do about 130 miles per hour, probably a little faster with the FZ07. But this thing's no slouch. It probably can hit like at least 125 with this thing. Alright guys, hope you enjoyed that video. If you did, smash that like button and subscribe. Catch you next time.